How you guys doing? This is Hippy Dippy. Welcome back to another anime review. We have an anime review. Shout out to Sir Jacob because I watched this on the Funimation app, and he's the main reason why I can watch it on the Funimation app. So shout out to him. But the anime that he recommended me, I did not watch because something caught my eye when I was trying to find it, and the thing is the fact that it was called Coppelion. Well, I don't know what the hell it's called, but that's what I'm gonna call it. It might be wrong. People that watch anime will probably chew me out like a motherfucker. But yes, I am tired. I only had like 4 hours of sleep, so after I'm done with this video, I'm probably gonna go to sleep again. But here's the thing. This is about old Tokyo. Old Tokyo has a big giant plant that is producing radiation, which will fucking kill anyone. And that's the problem with it. Pretty much, it's the radiation that's killing everyone. And the thing is the fact that there is a lot of radiation. The bad guys are not technically bad guys. Well, they become bad guys and then they become good guys unless before they die, or they are good guys at the very end. Especially the two psycho serial killers that turn into dolls. I'll explain that when we get to that. Okay. The second thing is that the leader of New Japan, New Tokyo, is a fucking dick, and I wish that he get his ass kicked, even though he's small, but he's an asshole. Now, when it comes to the main trio is about the medical corps. They are the medical corps, and they're trying to save people that are still living in the old Tokyo because they're trying to save them. However, unlike humans, they're not technically humans because they don't need the radiation suits to go into old Tokyo. They can just wear the school uniform. Everyone else that's a human has to wear a radiation suit. That's the whole difference of that. When it comes to it, there's a total of 6 of them. The first one is the school president. She is always trying to help people out. She even helps out people that try to kill her, and she wants to be their friend even though they try to kill her. And that's really, really something. And I have to give her a lot of credit for that because a lot of people would do the exact opposite because most people in this world are fucking scumbags. But however, since she's not a fucking human being, she wants the best of everyone, and that's why she does everything that she does. The second character that can not have a radiation suit, she is the most OP character as fuck. She only used her power twice though, but when she first uses it, she decides to fucking teleport because she can fly. The second time, she gets the barrier fucking move that Android 17 does. Like, what the fuck? Where did this fucking power up come from? And the fact that even though it's a barrier, it also absorbs the attack and spits it right back to the attacker. The only downside of this power up, though, is that she forgets everything and her memory is lost. It only comes up twice in the anime, and it comes out at the very end because there's 13 episodes. Okay. So that's what happens when it comes to that character. The third character pretty much doesn't get that much screen time, but she is the main trio. She knows how to talk to animals, and she also is a nice person. She's awesome, and she's nice. She does deliver twins, even though she's a doll, because she can live in that place in the radiation area because that's what they do. Okay, because they all live there. That's the main reason why they're there, because of this plant that's causing radiation. They were born in that city because of that, and that's why they can move to the radiation thing. Now the fourth guy who doesn't need a radiation suit, he is a fucking guy who just likes to kill people. But then again, he has mercy on the character that's trying to kill them because he has no mask because he thinks that he's not human. But then again, he helps them out when the train's going by, and that's what happens. I'm not gonna explain how he dies because he's the only character that actually dies that doesn't have a shin suit, but he is more along the lines of a badass, and he also has a crush on the school president, and the president has a crush on him. So yeah. Then we got the two two twins. Now the twins have superhuman strength. One of them does, and the other one is has lightning moves like Kakashi does in Naruto. The problem with her though is the fact that she gave up on humanity because they consider her as a doll, but she decides to try to kill everyone, and she fails because the school president wants. She actually tries to kill the president, and she fails, and she wants to kill herself. So the president saves her life, and that's the main thing. And now she does. At the very end, she does accompany the three medical team just in case, because she was part of the clean house crew, which was a form of the dude that's the only guy that actually fucking dies, of the main six, and that's what happens. Now her sister, now she has the more brains of the group of the twins. Her twin sister, on the hand, she has raw power. She's like a cement head. She has a lot of fucking power. The problem is she's dumb as fucking rock. But she also has a fear of death too, so that's the main reason. But she can't die that much because she is really, really durable. Because she wants to die, but she doesn't want to die, and this, that, and the other thing. So that's the main six trio. There's also the fucking principal, which he's not the principal. He works with the government, and the government's an asshole, but he has more connection to the dolls because he thinks of them more not as dolls but as human beings, and that's why I like him too. Okay. Now then, the main plot of the anime. Okay, the first 6 episodes are about saving people. I mean, episode 2 is probably the most saddest episode of all, or episode 3 or somewhere in that range, because I'm not going to explain every episode, but I think the second episode was the most saddening one, because they're trying to save a family of 3: a girl, a woman, a woman, her husband at the time, because the guy remarried to her, and a daughter. The daughter survives. However, her parents are wanted criminals. One guy, I don't know what he did, but I don't know what he did. I forgot. But the woman killed her fucking daughter, her daughter beforehand, and she saves her because the building that she's put her daughter in is, how do I say it, is a broken down hotel. The hotel starts to crumble because it's raining, and the whole entire place is abandoned. The problem is, and this is the main problem, the problem is the fact that the building's crumbling, and that's bad in itself. The problem is the fact that she's hanging on by a thread with her kid. She tells the president to grab the kid, and then she falls to her death, and the kid's still alive, and that's depressing. Even though her father's still alive at that time, her father dies at her mother's grave, and that's more depressing than usual. And it's just really, really something. There are a lot of dark moments in this anime, especially in the first 6. The first 6 episodes are just trying to find people. But later in episode 4, 5, and 6, they swiftly transition to another plot in the whole entire anime. When it comes to the main villain, however, the main villain switches it. Like, all the humans are not like, how do I say, all the humans are not like, per se, bad people, because they all change a new leaf after their arc is done. The problem is the fact that they're trying to save as many people as possible, but they don't know how to do it. Like, when I thought one guy that was delivering food for everyone until last month, that's what the plot says, they see him, and then they want to help him out. And that's the main theme about that. With that being said, though, however, there are a lot of things to take account for. Mainly this is probably one of the darkest animes I've ever seen. When it comes to horror, no, there's no way. Higurashi and Alpha Lead are fucking like beyond that. Like, what the fuck? And there's also a lot. There's another horror good anime. This ain't it. This is more sad and more depressing. Because there's a radiation, and these girls are trying to find survivors so that way they can make them live. When I mentioned the guy who died, however, he's the only one who dies in the whole anime. That is the main character. But the five girls that even the psychopaths. When it comes to the psychopaths, however, they were reincarnated by dolls. They were originally humans, but when they were originally humans, they were serial killers. So they want everyone to die. At first, but then for some odd reason, I found something interesting of the dialogue because they were like moving, they were like switching up the dialogue. So you were humans before, but now you just want the humans to die. That makes no fucking sense. I don't fucking get it. Luckily, they switched. They turned into good guys at the end, which is good. And they do accompany the medical team, so that's good. They were originally part of the guy who died as the cleanup crew. He was the only one who actually contacted them a lot, so that's the main reason why. Now, when it comes to the main villain, however, like I said before, there's technically no main villain, so to speak. They're just trying to save people. It's like that anime, the Magnitude 8 thing of Tokyo or whatever the hell I watch, but that one's completely different. This is aftermath, and everyone's trying to live in a radiation area, and that's not good for your health. So they try to save these people, even though they don't need radiation suits because they're not technically humans. So that's the main reason. Even though they look like humans, they're not technically humans. That being said, though, I like to say this. This anime is really good, to be honest with you. It's really interesting. I think it was good, but it wasn't great. I don't consider it an 8. I'm probably going to give it a 7 out of 10. Because I wish they did more episodes, and hopefully they do, because it is technically new. It's on the Funimation app if you guys want to watch it. It's the title, I don't know what's it called, but it's really interesting, and I have to say something about the main characters. They don't change their appearance. They don't change their characteristics like every other character does, except for the main villains who consider themselves not humans, but when they meet the three trio, they consider themselves humans. That's where it gets good. I think the storytelling here is really good. I just wish they fleshed out a few other things, and I wish they didn't kill off the only guy that's actually immune to the radiation, which is fucking stupid. Because now you got three chicks that are the medical team, and 2 chicks that are psycho killers that are helping them out, which makes no fucking sense. However, I still think it's a good anime. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. What do you guys think of it? Would you watch it? It's only 13 episodes. It's dub and sub if you want to watch that. But the other reason why I'm giving it a 7 though is the fact that I had to watch Initial D a few episodes just to get myself happy again, because this anime is really dark and depressing when it comes to the whole entire story. But I think the story of telling the story, I think it's really good. But then again, that's me though. I don't usually watch this type of anime that often. I usually watch comedy anime. So this was kind of like a refresher for me. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. The next few animes, I'm going to be watching an anime that you probably never even heard of. And the next 2 animes will be Sir Jacob. Sir Jacob recommended me a few animes that I want to get to because they sound interesting and I want to watch them. The only reason why I watched this one because it caught my eye and I watched the first episode a while back, but I don't know when though. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and always stay positive, okay? Okay.